It is the personal choice impacting personnel across the Bay Area. Get a vaccine, get an exemption, or potentially lose your job. The deadline for San Jose City employees to show proof of a COVID vaccination is looming. It's just 10 days away. Tonight, though, there's concern that could lead to a wave of resignations by the end of this month. NBC Bay Area's Marianne Favreau talked to a reserve police officer who says that mandate has him resigning.
Dave Gutierrez is not vaccinated, but he told me he was perfectly happy to submit weekly negative COVID tests to keep his job as a reserve officer. But now he says the city's new mandate has changed all that, and he's quit. And he's worried other officers will do the same. Dave Gutierrez worked his last shift as a San Jose reserve officer Saturday. He says he resigned yesterday because of San Jose's vaccine mandate.
To me, it's, my faith, my belief in what I know my body and what I want to put into it. So my choice is not to be vaccinated.
Today, Dave sent this letter to the city manager expressing his concerns that starting September 30th, all employees are required to show proof of vaccination or get a medical or religious exemption. Employees that don't face disciplinary action, including termination.
I feel like we've done nothing wrong by making a choice not to be vaccinated. So why would you discipline me?
After 23 years with SJPD, Dave retired in 2019 and returned as a reserve officer. He says he would have stayed on if he could have continued to test for the virus weekly. But when the city took away the choice, he chose to quit instead of applying for an exemption. He fears more full-time officers may do the same.
We're already understaffed with officers. You can't afford to lose officers.
So far, more than 200 city employees have requested exemptions, most of them for religious reasons. The city says it's trying to protect employees.
We are currently working with our police and fire unions, and will continue to take into account some of their proposals. Is that the whole reason we're doing this is to keep our workforce safe. And we know that the COVID vaccine remains the #1 safety net against COVID and its variants.
Dave says his entire career has been about public safety. Now it's a public safety mandate that has prompted him to hang up his uniform. In San Jose, Marianne Favreau, NBC Bay Area News.
All right.